Okay, so now I did say that in my next video I would talk about how this was the very first trip that I have ever been on all by myself, and give you a little bit of a backstory about my own personal journey up to this point. So, I grew up homeschooled in a very small community. I'm a country girl, born and raised. I feel much more at home, thousands of miles from anybody or anything, than I do in a crowd of people. But that's just me. But all of my life, I have somehow felt as if when I was with somebody or dating somebody, even if we weren't officially together, I always had this feeling that I couldn't go do something or couldn't go have fun or couldn't plan a trip or something without them being there. Or without like a family member or a close friend being there. But in the last year and a half, since my twin flame journey has started, I have learned how to work through this and to take my power back and to confidently go do things that I never felt was really available to me. Even though I knew other women did this, I just never really felt like it was the right thing for me. And one of the things that I've been struggling with over the last year and a half, which I believe was the energetic twin flame cause for the separation that's currently going on between my twin flame and I, was that when he and I first started getting to know each other, we were pretty much inseparable. The only times we were not together was when one of us or both of us were at work, or if he had important things going on with family members or friends, or if I did. So when we weren't together, there were certain things that I wanted to go out and do, but I didn't feel as if I should, or if it was the right thing for me to do, unless he could go with me. And as time progressed, I felt like I spent a lot of time just like waiting around to do things with him. And then we just kind of gradually grew like further and further apart as the separation grew stronger. And now we do nothing together. So for a while there, I felt as if basically my life was put on hold. Like the only thing that I could really do and feel good about doing without him was go to work. Go to work or go see like family or something like that. So now that we are in total separation at this moment in time, I have had to learn how to carry on with my life. I have had to learn that I don't need to wait for him before I can go have fun. I have had to learn to be completely independent and self-reliant, to step into my own power and my own confidence in myself. And I believe that this is what the Divine Feminine was meant to do, to step in her own divine goddess power, to become completely self-reliant, to not feel as if she needs to put her life on hold for any reason, even for a divine partnership with her twin flame. And just to carry on with her life, carry on maintaining her own vibration, carry on raising her own vibration, even if she's not with her twin flame. I feel as if a lot of people have been feeling this too. As if we can't do XYZ unless we have a special somebody to go do it with. Or we can't go do XYZ unless we have like a close friend or a family member or something to go do it with. And I am here to tell you that really you can. The only thing that can actually hold you back from going and doing these things that you know you want to do is yourself. You can do anything and everything that you put your mind to. If you decide that you are going to do this, and you put all of your effort and all of your divine God is power into this, you can do this. For me personally, I felt as if this was a very spiritual journey. I felt called to go from North Idaho here where I live to just about halfway between Salem and Portland, Oregon, and to camp out under the stars to watch the eclipse on private property, so it was completely safe. In fact, I was almost the only person there, so that was really nice. I had like the whole entire field to myself. I was just camping in the middle of nowhere, it felt like, and it was really, really nice. It was a wonderful resetting period for me. I did a lot of meditation. I had limited cell coverage, so I did a lot of meditating and a lot of sleeping and a lot of resting, and I think that has really helped do the necessary resetting with my energy that this eclipse required, and post-eclipse. So, if you, like me, have felt most of your life that you couldn't go do something because you didn't have somebody to go with you, I can tell you from personal experience now, that is absolute a load of baloney. You can do anything you want to do. You are a powerful, divine goddess. You can do anything you set your mind to. And a lot of people, when I started telling them about this trip that I was going on all by myself, a lot of people kept telling me that they were worried about me, kept asking me, what, you're going all by yourself? But this was, for me, a spiritual calling. I felt guided to go there. I felt as if this was where I needed to be. I felt as if all of the places and all of the people that I met on my journey I needed to meet. I felt as if even if I didn't like make a big deal about it or tell anybody about it necessarily, that my own presence around them helped to clear their own energy. And while I was in Portland, I went on the Shanghai Tunnel tour of underground downtown Portland, which is reportedly haunted and has a lot of historic dark energy associated with it because of what all of these tunnels in underground downtown Portland were created to do. So, if you have never heard of the Shanghai tunnels, they have been featured on the Ghost Adventures show on the Travel Channel in one episode that I watched. That's actually how I heard about it at first. And these, back in their prime, used to be about 5 miles of interconnective tunnels in underground downtown Portland, where these people would basically kidnap able-bodied men and put them in holding cells underground where nobody else could find them. And then when a ship came in that needed able-bodied people, they would sell these people that they had kidnapped to the captain, and the captain would use them for slave labor. So a lot of people ended up dying while in holding cells because of their own health and because of the situation that they were in. A lot of people ended up trying to escape and probably got hurt and maybe even killed during the process. And a lot of people ended up getting fed opium because they had to be apparently unconscious at the time that they were getting carried from their holding cells to the ship when the ship came in. And sometimes the Shanghaiers that did the kidnapping overdosed people somewhat accidentally. So this whole tour had a lot of really dark, bad energy to it. And I could feel this while I was down there. I could feel this like really dense, low vibrational energy. And I used my own power as a divine light keeper and as somebody who is capable of transmuting energy to help bring my own light and the light of the universe to these places. And I felt as if that was really what I was there for. And throughout the 8-hour bus ride today, I was doing that with everybody else who was on the Greyhound bus with me. And on Monday, or not Monday, but on Sunday, when I was also on the first 8-hour bus ride, I was doing the same thing. And with various people that I met, because I was in my own balanced power and I was maintaining my own high vibration, I was able to shed my own divine light and energy on situations and people around me. And that, I believe, was really what I was called to do and what my purpose was on this spiritually led journey. Because for the majority of my life, on top of feeling as if I could not go and do things because I didn't have somebody to go with me, I have also felt as if I had to protect myself and shelter myself and kind of like hide my energy and not allow my own light to shine. So I felt like that for pretty much all of my life, all of my almost 35 years now. And on this divinely led trip that I really felt called to do, I felt as if I was being called by Spirit and being told by Spirit that it is time now that I am in my power, now that I have pulled back my energy from everything throughout the process of this twin flame journey and this ascension process. Now that I've done all of that, I am now able to balance my own energy and to maintain my own high vibration. And because of this, I am able to now shed light and love to those around me without it draining me. I had an important revelation, I would say, back in almost a year ago now, when things between my twin flame and I were really, really bad. When I was going through the dark night of the soul, and I felt as if things between him and I had just become so complicated that, of course, this was way back before I even knew what a twin flame was. So I felt as if things between him and I were just not working out, like nothing I could do would fix this. I couldn't do anything that I hadn't already tried to do. I couldn't say anything that I hadn't already tried to say. Nothing I could do would change the situation between him and I. So I was ready to give up. I was like, I'm done with this. Things just aren't working out. So I went home, I laid down in bed, and I did this meditation. And during this meditation, I meditated on whether or not I should let go of him. Whether or not we were supposed to continue being in each other's life from this point on. And the message I got, I will remember forever. Because I am mostly a feeler and a sensor and not a seer or a hearer. The form in which this message came to me was a voice in my head that I still do not know exactly who it was, but it was definitely like God or Ascended Master or some like very wise, very masculine, very, very ascended voice that I heard in my head. And this voice said, I know that you have put everything that you have into this relationship, and I know that you are completely exhausted. But do not give up on this man because he needs your love and he needs your strength. And because of the fact that I know that you yourself are completely exhausted and that you have nothing else to give to him that you haven't already given, I will give you my own divine light and my own divine love so that you may become a vessel and give it to him. I heard this all crystal clear in this extremely ascended super wise masculine voice. Like almost like the booming noise that you would think that God would have. That kind of thing. So, of course, after that, I couldn't give up on him, and we kept having our extreme triggering moments, and I kept continuing going through my dark night of the soul. And it led me to where I am now. But my point in bringing all of this up was that at that time, the concept of being a vessel of love, not just of my own love within my own power, but of the divine love, the universal love, the universe's love, and shedding that light out, that is what I have learned how to do since that moment, since that powerful revelation. But not just with my twin flame. I have learned how to do that with the whole universe, pretty much. And I have encountered people whose unenlightened perspective on the world bugs me, but I do not allow it to affect me anymore. Not even when it happens coming from my twin. I just let it roll off my shoulders and I just ignore it. And I continue maintaining my own high vibration. And I think I've done just enough babbling tonight, so I'm gonna go. Love and light and peace and harmony to all of you. Blessings, and talk to you later.